Hi, everyone. Welcome to my Facebook Live. I am excited to be here with you today. I am Sherry Lee Wojcik, of course. And if you're seeing this, you are already on my Facebook page, and I welcome you. Glad to have you with me. I am a Facebook marketing and advertising expert, trainer, speaker, and I just live and breathe all things Facebook marketing. And I have been asked by the lovely Jennifer Hensel to do a training on how to get started on Facebook Lives for her Story Academy and her Connect Now business network, of which I am one of her leaders. I'm not leading a group right now, but I'm available to cover for people if they need help. And I thought, if I'm doing this training, why not do it right on my Facebook page? Because I bet there's a lot of people here who know they need to be doing Facebook Lives but aren't doing them yet, and I want to help you today get over that. So let me just go here, and I'm going to share my screen. If you have questions, please take a minute and go ahead and pop those as comments, or if you're watching this video afterwards, go ahead and ask the questions, and I will be more than happy to answer them when I can. So let me just get all these things set up, and there we go. So use Facebook Live to connect with your ideal clients, customers, and attract them not only to your Facebook page, but to your business. So let's get through this. Facebook Live is essentially a video shot directly from your phone. Originally, it started on your phone. Now it's also available on desktop, and you can do it to your Facebook business page, to your personal profile, or to your groups. You can also leave them in your Facebook stories, I believe. So there's a lot of places that you can use Facebook Lives. We're going to walk through the steps of how to get started. We're going to talk a little bit about strategy around them, and I'm going to share my checklist with you afterwards. If you're interested in that, we'll go through it, and then you can claim it for your own if you'd like. It's a checklist that you can print off and use to help you get going before, during, and after. All right, so why do we, everybody's doing Facebook Lives. Everybody's talking about how important Facebook Lives are, that you need to be doing them for your business. And the biggest thing that I hear people saying that stops them from doing Facebook Lives is they don't know what they're going to say. First, they're nervous about getting in front of camera. And believe me, I can relate. When I first started doing Facebook Lives, I was terrified, and I procrastinated, and I didn't want to do them, and it was so awful. And when I realized I was thinking about me, that was the problem. When I stopped thinking about, I don't like the way I look on camera, I don't like my hair, I don't like my makeup, I don't like wearing glasses, I don't want anybody to hear me. When I stopped thinking about that stuff and started thinking about what could I do to help people, then my Facebook Lives changed completely, and my confidence level changed completely, because it became about what value can I add. Now, I don't get on and do Facebook Lives all the time. I always have a plan. I always know what I'm going to say, and I always have something I want to teach you when I do a Facebook Live, or share with you, or some value that I want to give you. I don't just do them to do them. So try and switch your thinking. If you're feeling really nervous or scared or apprehensive about doing Facebook Lives, ask yourself, what am I focused on right now? And I bet you'll find out that you're focused on you. And if you shift your thinking and become focused on your audience, what you can do to help them, I bet you'll get a little bit more comfortable. Now, having said that, it can still be a little nerve-wracking. We weren't born to be in front of the camera naturally, not all of us anyways. So there's some things we can do. We're going to walk through the basics of getting started, but then my checklist will really help you. But what do you say? Let's think about that. Plan it out. The same with everything on social media, growing your business. You've got to have some sort of strategy. So how can you use Facebook Lives? You can use them to introduce people. So if you've got, a business where you've got multiple staff, Do Facebook Lives introducing your staff, giving them an opportunity. People love getting to see the people that they're going to connect with every day. Use them to do interviews. You can now do split screens and do interviews. Do a bit of a behind the scenes. Show your staff office room, the lunch room, show people at their desks working. Show your stock room if you have it. Show your workspace. Show, your family a little bit. Let people know a little bit more about you. Get behind the scenes. People want to know who you are on Facebook before they do business with you. Definitely use it to do training, to share your knowledge, to give information, to add value to your audience. Let them know that you can help them with whatever their issue is, and share your information. Use them as Q&As. That's a really popular way. It's so interactive. It's back and forth. Of course, when you're doing a Facebook Live, people can be typing comments to your Facebook Live. It's a post on Facebook. So people can be commenting. Make sure that you're watching for that and that you are interacting and responding to people. So I want to say to anybody who's watching, say, hi, I'm glad you're here. I'm going to go onto my page on my phone and I'm going to check and see if anybody's here. So please say hi if you're watching live. I'd love to hear who's here. Tell me what you do and let me know where you're watching from. I'd love to know that as well. Also, you could use your Facebook Lives to share offers if you have specials or sales that you have going on. Make sure that you share what those are so people know about them. And of course, use them as tutorials. It's a great way to build a library of content that you could repurpose down the road. So Facebook Lives are not just for Facebook. You can save them and repurpose them. And we talk about that a little bit more in the checklist I'm going to share with you. So just remember, it's all about connection, building rapport, and building relationships with your audience. That's the number one thing to think of, and think about how you can serve somebody else and less about you, and you'll be a step ahead. That'll give you so much more confidence to get started. So now your Facebook Lives, originally they were only from your phone, so you had to use your phone to get onto a Facebook Live, and it was limited in that way. But now you can do them directly from your desktop as well, which is really awesome. You can be on your laptop anywhere, you can be on your desktop, and you can do your Facebook Lives and still have your phone available. And I've been known to do a Facebook Live on my desktop to my page and a Facebook Live on my phone to my group. Cool, right? I'm reaching 2 groups of people at one time. Be consistent. So if you're going to do Facebook Lives, do them regularly. Consistency is the key to success in anything on social media, is being consistent. Do it every Monday. Do it every second Monday. Do it every day. Whatever your consistent routine is that you can maintain consistently, do it. So if it's every Monday, every Tuesday, whatever it is, be consistent. People will come to know it. If you have fun, if you make sure that it's interactive, if you add value, it's going to be something people are going to look forward to. And I've got an example I'm going to share with you of something I've done with a client for the last couple of years, and you'll see how that consistency has paid off. Do it regularly. Show the behind the scenes of your business. Let people in. Ask people to vote. I'm naming a new product. What do you think that would be? What do you think of these suggestions? It's a great way to take the impersonalization away of social media, because people can see your face, hear your voice, see the intonation, the differences in the tone of your voice, and the rhythm of your speaking, and get to know you better. Make sure you invite your audience to participate. Ask them questions, respond to their comments, ask them to leave specific words as comments, ask them to be interactive, include them in it. Otherwise, it can be really boring. And these days, since Facebook has changed so much, they really want us as page owners to be focused on being interactive. So they want Facebook to be a fun place that people like to spend time at. And it's our job as page owners to help them. It's kind of like feeding Facebook. Think of Facebook as the hungry bear, and you got to feed them. You got to throw them some peanuts, right? And this getting people to interact with your Facebook Live video and then making sure that you go back and comment, reply to their comments afterwards will definitely have Facebook loving you more. And that means they will give you more reach on future posts, and that will help you in your business in the future as well. Make sure you add value. Don't just come on to chat or say, hey, ask me anything. You've got to have some value that you're going to add there, whether it's you're giving away a freebie, or you're just going to train something really good, or you're going to share something really fun. Make sure you've got great content and have a call to action. Now, I'm not saying you got to have a sale every single time you do this, or you've got to have some place you're sending people to, but have some call to action. Leave me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Click here to claim your Facebook Live checklist, or click here to learn more about this program, or come into the store Thursday between 2 and 5, that sort of thing. So you want to make sure that you have a call to action so that people know what you want them to do, okay? Make sure you're telling them, and in conjunction with Story Academy and the Connect Now Business Network, this is so important because these are the pieces that Jennifer is teaching you about telling your story. Facebook Live is just another way to tell your story, okay? So let me just share a quick success here. Now, this is my client, Vanilla Clothing, and we've been doing Facebook Lives for 2 years together. We started 2 years ago, and I have to tell you, she's a super successful business owner, and she doesn't mind being in the public eye. She holds fashion shows. She does retail therapy tours. She's used to being in the center of all the attention, but I'll tell you, it was a bit of a struggle to get her to agree to doing Facebook Lives because she didn't want to be on camera. But she's glad we did, because 2 years later, we're still doing Facebook Fashion Fridays every Friday afternoon on her Facebook page. A bunch of women come together. They get dressed in 2 or 3 different outfits. We have a little fashion show. Everybody has a glass of wine. We have some laughs. We have built a Facebook audience of people who viewed her videos. And we're talking in the tens of thousands of people who have seen this from all over North America. And recently, she was at a trade show in Las Vegas and was walking down the aisles of the trade show, and somebody from the trade show, from a company not here, recognized her from her Facebook, her Fashion Fridays. So it's a huge way of reaching more people and connecting with more people really efficiently. And you can see here, this is one of our posts. We did do a boosted post on this. We've spent $7 over 7 days. We had over 10,000 views, 265 reactions, and 50 shares on this one Fashion Friday Facebook Live that we did. So, and this was early on. This was not something that came after a long time. This was early on. After a few months of doing it, it was a tremendous result. So it is easy enough to do this for yourself as well. All right. So how to get started? Pull out your phone. Go to the Facebook app. Search on the Facebook app for your profile. You're on your profile when you're on your Facebook app, but search for your page or your group, whichever it is. Essentially, you click publish, write a short post to introduce your live, then click live, and away you go. Now let's walk through some of those steps for you, okay? So from your phone, you're going to get on your phone, you're going to go to the search bar. If you want to do it on your profile, you're right here. You can just click the live button and start your Facebook Live right from your profile. I want you to think about your strategy for this though, because Facebook does not want you to do business directly from your profile. So think about what you're doing on your profile when you do a Facebook Live. This should be a little bit more intimate, a little bit more personal. It should be about getting to know you a little bit better and you getting to know and network, right? Network with the people on your profile. If you've got a group, you just search the name of your group and you can then go live there. All right, it's a little bit different from your page, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So you're just going to start here. If it's on your profile, you just click live, and if it's in your group, you just click on the search bar, type in the name of your group, and when you get there, you'll see you just click the live on your profile. And it looks the same. When you get to the group, it's the same action. You just have to make sure you are in the group to go live. So you have to have your Facebook app on either your profile or your group or your page before you click live, because where you start on your phone is where that live is going to be delivered. Okay, so you're going to click live video, and then Facebook's going to give you this screen, and you've got some choices here. Obviously, the X is going to turn it off. This one here with the camera with the arrows, that's if you want to turn your camera, so you can either be shooting your picture away from you, so ahead of you, not showing you, but showing what's in front of you, or you can be facing your camera and talking directly to people, and you can switch that up there. Or you can click this little lightning bolt, and that'll get your light of your camera on, which is great if you're in a darker spot and you need to lighten things up, and we talk about that in the checklist. Add a description, so write what the Facebook Live is about, and don't just say, I'm doing a Facebook Live, because we need to be a little bit enticing, right? We need to let people know why we're doing a Facebook Live. So start with a question. Start with something that's going to make people be interested in sticking around to watch your Facebook Live. Always been afraid to do Facebook Lives? I'm going to show you how to get over that fear and use Facebook Lives to grow your business. That could be a great introduction, okay? Then they've got these cool little add-ons that you can do here, and they're great if you're going to do this on your profile. I wouldn't do these too much on your page, but they're going to give you these cool little masks or different things that you can have on there, like can't think of the word, but like masks and emojis and different things like that you can put over yourself or over the screen while you're doing your Facebook Live. And then you click Start Live Video, and away you go. It's going to be out directly. Now, if you want to do your Facebook Live from your desktop to your profile or your group, you're just going to go to your profile or your group, and you're going to click Live Video, and away you go. Okay? Once you've clicked live video, you're going to see this screen, and this is a screenshot from my desktop, and it's saying create your live broadcast. So you're on your desktop. It's going to give you the opportunity to decide where you want this Facebook Live to go. So wherever you started, whether it's your profile or your group, you're still going to have to set these parameters. Share to your timeline, or if you click on that arrow, you'll have share to your group, share to a Facebook page that you manage, or share to an event, I believe. So you'll be able to choose where you want this Facebook Live to go. Again, say something interesting about it. This is just identifying the camera. So if you had an external camera, you may want to click on that. You want to make sure that it says public, or unless you want to just send it to a few people. Share screen is if you want to do a screen sharing Facebook Live. So instead of you being on the screen, you want to share slides like I'm doing, you can share screen and be able to do that. And this also just allows you to select your microphone. If you had an external microphone or a different microphone, you could select it here. You'd want to put in your title. And then when you click go live, you're going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And then that's when you're going to go live. Okay? If you want to do this onto your page, then it's a little bit different onto your page. When you get to your page, you'll see your box to write something, but there's also this option here, start a live video. That's what you're going to click on your page from your desktop, okay? You're going to get the same preview, though, once you have clicked on it. And you're still going to get the option to share to a page you manage. So if you manage more than one page, you can set it out as, to go to different pages. And of course, you say something and you make sure that you've got your camera and your microphone settled and you've got your title in there. You click go live, you get your 3, 2, 1 countdown. All right. Once you're done your Facebook Live, you have the option to click done, which posts it to whatever, whether it's your profile, your group, or your page, or you can delete it. And don't click delete unless you mean to, because it's gone once it's gone. And then all that work is lost. All right, once you've done that, it's live, and then it's just your responsibility to follow up afterwards. But I want you to note that you can also do your live through some third-party platforms like Zoom, which is what I'm using today, or OBS Studio, and I think there's a few others that you can use. You don't have to use those. Those are a little bit more complicated. They're paid. Facebook gives you lots of opportunities to do this for free right through their own platform. So just get started with that, okay? Now, before we part, that's the end of these slides, but I want to go through my checklist for you. First, I'm going to pop over to my page. There we go. All right, I see some people are watching, so thank you for being here. Hi to you. Please let me know who's here and where you're watching from. Now, this is the checklist that I was telling you about, and I'm going to put the URL in the comments here, because you can get this checklist for yourself after I'm going to go through it with you here, but you can get this checklist and get it as a download in your email, and you can print it off and use it. I like to use it before I go live. It just helps me to not forget anything that I need to do. So I want to go through this checklist. I'm going to give you the URL, and you can claim it. And full disclosure, when you claim it, you will be asked to be, if you want to be added to my email list, and you can say yes or no to that. And if you don't want to be added, that's no harm, no foul, okay? No problems. So this is the Facebook Live success checklist that I created for you. A bit of a description there. We'll just go right to it. So before you go live, decide on a day and a time that you want your broadcast to go out, and do it every week at that time. Remember, consistency is key, okay? So pick a day and time. Doesn't mean you can't change it down the road, but I want you to be consistent. Create an image to promote it, so you can do a post in advance. So create an image and use that. Reminder, I'm going live at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Post that ahead of a time so people will know that you're going to go live. You can give people a bit of an announcement. Plan your content in advance. Don't just wing it. Although there's times when winging it is okay, if you're really just starting out, it really helps to plan. And don't overwhelm. Probably the content you think that you are going to give in your first Facebook Live would be enough for 2 or 3 Facebook Lives. So cut it down. Talk slowly. I tend to talk fast, so I have to remind myself, talk slowly, slow down a little bit. Don't go too fast. Don't try to jam too much into it. Just cover a little bit and enticing, and make it so that there's, join me next week when we're going to go deeper. We're going to go to this next topic. I'm going to share this next piece, right? Make sure that there's a reason for them to join you next week. Have a few points to share. Leave time for a Q&A, and make sure you have that call to action, even if it's just join me next week when we're going to talk about the next piece in this. All right? Make sure your phone is fully charged, or that you have it plugged in to a wall socket or a portable charger. Make sure you have reliable internet connection. There's nothing worse than having your internet die on you in the middle of it, or your phone die on you in the middle of it. It feels awful, and if you're uncomfortable at all about being in front of the camera, it might be enough to stop you from doing it again. So make sure you avoid that. And turn off the notifications on your phone so they don't come up and interrupt you and distract you, okay? So I'm on my desktop, and I've got my phone here, and just give me 1 second. Oh dear, okay, 1 second here. All right, so make sure that you set up your room right. And, I've got the blinds behind me, and close your doors if you need to. Keep the background noise down. Set the lighting. I've got nice natural light on my windows here, and 1 second here. Make sure that you've got, and tell people not to bother you or disturb you doing the Facebook Live. And make sure that, nobody knows to not make noise in the background. Perfect examples, because I'm sure you can hear my son doing dishes in the background, and I've got no way to tell him to stop. So here's a perfect example of what not to do. Close your windows, close your doors. I usually have cars going by really fast. I have to do them with the windows closed. Set your lighting so that you've got nice natural lighting in front of you. Make sure that your laundry is not hanging in the background. Make sure that things are set up really well so that you can do this, you can concentrate, you don't have distractions. Plan your call to action Do you have a freebie you want to offer, a strategy session that you want to offer? Make sure the message is in alignment with the offer. So you're doing this offer, you're talking about certain things. Me offering you the Facebook Live checklist is a perfect thing in alignment with what we're talking about today. Make sure your phone is secured in a solid place. You can get selfie sticks now that are tripods. Get a tripod so that it doesn't wobble, so that it doesn't fall down, and your arm fatigue doesn't show. You don't jiggle while you're doing it, because you're going to hold this for a little while. Make sure you email your list in advance and invite them to join you, and give them the link to your Facebook page. You're going to get some new likes, and you're going to have people, come and watch you, and they're going to be your friends already, right? During the broadcast, start 5 minutes early or a few minutes early in advance, but don't just sit there and stare at the screen. You've got to be inviting, so make sure you're smiling. Play some music, but my caveat to you is be very careful about the music you play. Facebook will check the music, and if it is trademarked, Bruno Mars, Taylor Swift, for example, they will shut your video down and it will disappear. So you will get to finish it, but it will not show up on your page. So be very careful about your music. Look for some royalty-free music that you can use if you want to have music. Make sure you greet people when they come in. Say hi to them, acknowledge them, ask them to say hi, ask them to say, tell you where they're watching from. You'll be amazed at how global your viewership will get. Make sure you smile. People love it, and it's a great way for you to hide your nerves, but it also helps you feel more confident when you smile. Again, be cautious about the music. Make sure you introduce yourself. Even if the people watching live know you, there's going to be people watching afterwards that don't know you. So make sure you position yourself, you introduce yourself, and in fact, write an intro that you're going to share in advance. Remember, the video stays on your page, your profile, in your group forever, so you want to make sure that new people will get to know you a little bit more through your introduction. Acknowledge people who watch, say hi, invite your viewers to ask questions. So make sure then afterwards you go back and you answer questions that have been written. You can answer them in voice during the live video, but make sure that you answer them as well in typing, right, as a reply to their comment. And include your call to action. Think about that before you go live. What is my call to action? So then after your broadcast, update your post on the video so that it says it's enticing, it's got that headline that's going to stand out, and then it's got the call to action in it as well, with any links that you need to add to that call to action so people can easily claim what it is that you are offering. Pin the post to the top of your page. Boost your post to reach more people and get more engagement on it. Make sure you go through the comments, for a while, for 48 hours, and reply to any comments that are there. Facebook loves that when you reply to any comments that come in. Repurpose your video to other networks. Put it up on YouTube. Put it on your website. Send it out as an email to people, or send a link to your email list for the Facebook Live on your page so that they can come to your page and add comments there. Share your broadcast out on your profile or out onto your group if you think it's going to be a benefit. And then start preparing for your next live. And that is the checklist. So I'm going to stop my share. I'm going to check in the group, or in the page, sorry, and I am going to say thank you for being here with me for this. I hope you enjoyed it. Great example of stuff that shouldn't happen in the background there, but that's okay. You know what? I'm going to leave it, and I'm going to leave it there, because here's the key. Nobody really cares what happens. They only care how you react to it. Okay, so there's a motorcycle that goes by and people can't hear you for a minute, or the dog barks because somebody walked by or knocked on your door, or the phone rings. You can do everything in your power to limit those kind of distractions, but you cannot stop all of them. You can't prepare for all of them. You can't think ahead to all of them. So when they happen, all you can do is roll with it and keep going. And I want to leave this here because I want you to be inspired, because people who do Facebook Lives every day, people who use tech every day still have challenges. They have the same problems, the same challenges you do. The only difference maybe is they don't let it stop them. And when you stop letting them stop you, you will see massive growth. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for Jennifer for inspiring me to do this video and asking me to do this video. I'm going to give you the links to Story Academy and the Connect Now Business Network. If you want to connect with them, they're going to be in this post, and I really encourage you to get involved. Jennifer's built a tremendous network that I am proud to be part of. I'm also going to put the URL for the Facebook Live Success Checklist for you. If you would like to claim that, you're more than welcome to. And I thank you for being here with me, and I will see you on Facebook.